So folks, it's time for the parish notice board once again. Let's see where I am this week. Now this one is a memorial. Let me just show you what I can see here. This is the Halifax Bomber Memorial. So there's a stone over there that commemorates a plane crash, which happened in this exact spot to the south of the village which this is in. It's a long way out of the village as well. You have to drive at least 5 minutes to the south of the village to find this, but it's well worth coming to. It's a lovely peaceful spot. If I just pan the camera around this way, you'll see there's nothing for miles. There is a house to the right, but apart from that, you're surrounded by glorious countryside. Where do you think this is? Answers if you know in the comments down below. So the good thing about these memorial sites is there's usually a bench or two, and there's 3 in here actually, so I had a choice of where to sit to do this week's notice board. Okay, so last week's answer, well done if you got this. Where there's someone out there who did a little bit of detective work. I didn't notice at all on the petrol station that you saw in last week's episode that it said the word RASEN. If I'd have known that, I wouldn't have filmed the petrol station because it kind of gave it away. Even so, some people got the wrong RASEN. There are 3 RASENs you could have picked from, and it's the biggest one I was in. I was in Market RASEN, so well done if you got that. It was a little bit obvious with that sort of clue, I guess, on the petrol station. This one's a little bit less obvious, so hopefully this one makes you think a little bit more. I kind of gave you an easy one last week, didn't I? Okay, I haven't got a lot to talk about this week, but one thing you definitely do need to know is that this week is meant to be a parish meeting week, but it's not going to happen. It's going to have to be the week after. I'm unable to do it this week. Yeah, sorry if you were expecting that on Monday night. It's not going to happen until next Monday night, so I will remind you obviously in due course, although that won't be a reminder in a parish notice board because there will also be no parish notice board next week. So I'm basically unavailable all week to do any kind of filming at all, which means there'll be no parish filming at all, but that doesn't matter because I planned for that, so don't worry, no one's going to be missing out. So this was all part of my master plan. So yeah, there's no filming at all next week. There's no parish notice board. There's no parish meeting tomorrow night, so it'll all have to be done next week, I suppose. The upside to it, of course, it means I get a week off, which is a good thing because I've just walked around 7 places out here where I am today, and I'm feeling a little bit tired now. The last one took me nearly 2 hours, so yeah, I mean, it's all, don't get me wrong, I love to walk around, you know I do, but sometimes a little break just aids matters, doesn't it? So yeah, there's no filming next week, no parish meeting, and no parish notice board. Okay, so I would like some opinions of this next thing. Obviously last week I told you about the drive-in, which is happening in the York videos. I've done it with a few other places since, and it's going okay. I think it seems to be working. What's your opinion of it? You've seen one so far with the driving, and that was Neyburn earlier this week on Friday in the York series. What did you think to it? I mean, that was a good one because I was able to start in a certain place and end in a certain place without any problems. I have had a few problems since. So traffic's kind of got in the way. There was one where I was stuck behind a car for quite a long time while I was actually trying to film the drive-in, so it's just basically a still screen, if you know what I mean. It doesn't seem to move anywhere, but you know, these things happen. What's your opinion of it? I know you've only seen one, like I said, but you'll see some more obviously next week and going forward. I think it's working. Let me know if you think the same, or maybe you think different. You're entitled to your opinion. Once again, I just want to give a shout out to all of you who have donated any kind of money towards the channel, with be it through PayPal or through Buy Me a Coffee or by Super Thanks. It all adds up. I've been getting quite a lot just lately. You know, keep it coming, because it's helping me out no end. It's helping us out no end, because obviously Nikki benefits from it as well. And it just enables me to carry on and keep doing this for you. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone who's donated in any kind of way, shape or form. It's more helpful than you'd know. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Parish Notice Board this week. I didn't really have a lot to tell you about, really. Not really much to sort of talk about, but you know, that happens occasionally. Sometimes we've got a lot, sometimes we haven't got much at all, and that's just how it goes. This is one of those weeks where I haven't really got much at all, quite frankly. So yeah, I'll move on, and I'll see you in 2 weeks time on the next Parish Notice Board, because of course there isn't one next week. Here's what's coming up on the channel this week. I've been Andy, also known as the Village Idiot, and I'm out.